Here we are, Otherworld 8, the end of the beginning of the end of the beginning, which is ending. With this beginning in the middle. It feels like it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Otherworld episode 8, Princess Metra. So, as if they were coming from the land of Oz, they show up in a balloon. And when they show up in a balloon and they find out they are in the land of Metroplex. This game made me think of the Transformers animated movie or the Transformers series. I will destroy Metroplex.
Okay, so it's if it is the Transformers movie,
Not the movie, but season 3.
but if it's an Otherworld, so it's an alternate world, is Optimus Prime still alive?
Possibly. Well, anyways, going into this, what happens is they're in Metroplex, which is another one of the provinces here in this alternate world. And they land in the balloon, and everybody freaks out because they think that Gina is their long lost Princess Metra, returned after hundreds of years of being in exile. Of course, she's not, but they take her and they said, we're going to give you a test. And Gina is more defiant than scared. And she's like, go ahead, give me your stupid test. I don't give it, she doesn't care. I'm probably going to die if she gets this test wrong, but they don't tell her what's going to happen if she gets the test wrong. The tests are all questions that anybody who was a U.S. citizen probably would have got. They asked, like, what is the name? Who's the father of your country? They described a baseball and said, what is it? And then they said, what was it that Ronald Reagan said when he was in Berlin? Which nowadays people won't really know, but people back in the 80s, they really pushed it. So, because it just recently happened too.
Well, nowadays it would be
more recently happened because it was because JFK was like only 20 years ago, where now JFK is like how many years have gone by? It's 60 years now. So she goes, he gets the questions correct. She gets let into the royal quarters. And because they've been without a princess for all this time, another power establishment has been put into place in this place. And they don't really like the fact that the princess is here now, taking her power back. So they're trying to work against her. She wants to work for the people. And they apparently have all these minors. And I don't mean like under 18. I mean like minors, like they work in a mine. And they're treated like lesser citizens, and Gina decided that she's going to turn everybody into an equal citizen, and it leads to them getting chased out of Metroplex. So that's pretty much the rundown of what happened. So, boys, what do you think? I'm going to share video of it because I've actually been running video as I've been talking. I forgot to share it.
And it goes to Matt.
All right. So, looks like a little bit of a Buck Rogers Star Wars going on with a little bit of fun cult stuff right there. Let's see, who's that dude? Older guy. I think he was in Battlestar Galactica too, or Buck Rogers, one of those. The older guy at the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will?
For Galactica.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. What I liked about it was kind of didn't have that.
Oh, here's her power scene.
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the scene from the power scene that coming up on it, that when she went in the opening. Here she's all pissy. Oh, go ahead. I'll play your stupid game. And then she goes and does the thing where she puts her hand out. It's about to come. And any second, there it is. First, she does the Nazi salute. And then she puts her hand on the table.
The occult stuff only responds to Nazis,
But yeah, this is like, if you, in the opening, this is the part that they show in the opening all the time. This is like your for Jonna Lee. I'm sorry, Matt, I interrupted you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I don't care. It's fine. Thanks for showing this. It helped remind me of the episode. It's been a couple weeks or a few weeks, maybe. I don't know. And she had this one psychedelic scene. I loved it. She had this meditation thing, and then it's like, I don't know what it was, but this came
this trippy music video that they used to fill up the time that they needed to fill up because they didn't have enough story. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's cool, groovy. Yeah, as original Princess Metra would say, groovy, man.
Very groovy.
And this is actually pretty cool. I dig it. It's like, what the hell? That's cool. That's like, straight out of Superman. I love that. Yeah, this thing's cool. And the whole triangle pyramid tie back. That's pretty cool. And the slow motion hair, now you got to hear
Yeah, the music here was like just the same thing over and over and over again.
But no, you need your cheesy hair rock, glam rock video.
Okay, so this was on CBS in prime time. This played for 5 minutes of this trippy music video. Why did this show get canceled?
No, I was digging it.
He said sarcastically.
No, seriously, it's like a good percentage of the druggies and weirdos like me are gonna be good. So all right, so
Unfortunately, you're not what the ad buyers were looking for.
Yeah.
that's true. I wasn't the demographic of the I don't know, 45 to 65 male with 3.5 children. Okay, so I kind of dig, although the romance thing was a little quick and a little forced, but yeah, I mean, what do you have to work with in this show? I mean, you can't do much better than
Well,
this.
Gina falls in love in every one of these episodes, anyways. She fell in love with one of the guys in Motor Pig,
Well, I don't think she fell in love with
fall
him.
in love with these, but they're teenagers.
I think she tolerated the very creepy ass dude.
Oh, you think that was her more tolerating it? Yeah, maybe it was just dealing with the
He was
situation.
super creepy at the start. She thought she was gonna get, So
I'm surprised that she didn't have a bigger career. I was looking at her Wikipedia again today, and I'm like, she is so pretty, and it's just like she's not bad. She's actually pretty good in the show, and she's never really her star never took off.
Well, here's the thing. After that, your life changes in a way where all the guys are gonna be like, "Hey, I scored with that chick," or something like that, because that was a huge thing with Carrie Fisher. Said that ruined her life, being famous at that age, and it just, how can you have relationships after that kind of stuff? And it's good that she stopped because she seemed to have a normal life and family and stuff, and I think that's awesome. Good call, because one of the writers of this show wrote like a chunk of episodes for Different Strokes. And if you remember, not all of those actors ended up well.
If you're watching this episode, just letting you know that this is not your computer going into the screensaver. This is still part of the episode.
Oh yeah, I'm loving this.
Otherworld.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I didn't touch the mouse for too long. My screensaver started.
They're like, oh, I like this glitch, man. It's groovy, Although this was kind of interesting here. But yeah, the whole trailing stuff behind, that was just like a glitch. That was funny. It's like, cool, dude. But all right, so one of the writers of this did Different Strokes, and we all know that not all of those actors did so well.
Hey, look at this, the three towers.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the three the tri towers, which instead of twin towers.
And the one that they copy pasted is the one that's got the antenna on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah, they copied and pasted exactly at the base.
Even the sun coming up is exactly the same as it is in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's so weird. It's still weird when you watch stuff from like back then when they show like New York. It's like,
But you know how to make effects back then? They weren't done in computers, probably.
oh no, this is all hand done. There's the computers at the time couldn't do anything really like this.
Yeah.
Computers didn't really go into effect with that until like the 90s, and even then it was like the late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
The computer age really comes about, like, I mean, there's stuff before then, but it's like when they did Toy Story, that was kind of like computers are here. They've been kind of playing around with it already, but they're here now.
No, they might have had them like in these Avid decks then. I don't know if they had them right then, but I think all the big, production stations had Avid decks and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean for editing?
Yeah, for editing.
Oh, I think you're talking about like for special effects and stuff. I'm like, yeah, they they get through some stuff with computers, but nothing compared to like what they could eventually do.
But what they did with that was probably like what they did way back with Bewitched, where they had the image, on one side and or not necessarily exactly in the middle or anything, but they just took part of the image here and then they duplicate it and had it on the other side like they do for their boom effects in all the old shows.
What they're seeing right now here, folks, is so she's supposed to be as princess. She's supposed to give like her State of the Union address or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And before she does, it's customary that you spend the night alone to meditate. And the bad guy is actually this woman here who's like projecting herself into the vision, telling her, when you give your speech tomorrow, you say what we're gonna tell you to say, or
We're gonna kill your boyfriend
we're gonna kill your little boyfriend there.
that you just met.
Your boyfriend from 2 minutes ago. Remember, they're teenagers. Teenagers fall in and out of love all the time.
Well, I don't know. The dude's a captain, so he's got to be, I don't know, like at least 8 years older than her.
Yeah.
Which is not terrible, but if she's 15, I don't know. Okay, so so we don't know the laws in this world, but okay. So that's totally Battlestar Galactica. That look, I love it. So we had somebody involved in that. But yeah, so
that'd be another show we can do down the road if we do the original Battlestar Galactica, and then if we could do Galactica 1980.
I don't know. Oh man, that'd be crazy. But here's the thing, man. I tried watching it again, and it was hard. I mean, after like
they're not, dude. They're cheap. The special effects are cheap, but the people doing the show, you could tell that they're having so much fun playing the parts.
Okay, maybe
you can tell that they're having fun. At least I was able to tell. That's why I enjoyed it. And I'm like, look how much fun they're having. That show, like everything sucks about it, and I think they know that. They know this show sucks.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So, but yeah, look, I was saying the writer. I was looking. He did. Let's see, a bunch of these shows. Let's see. We've got IMDb here. Small Wonder. What is it? What else? Dukes of Hazzard. These guys. Basic stuff. So this is pretty out there. It's pretty good. Did they kind of stretch out there? I like the writing.
But one of my favorite lines in this episode. I just saw it. I got out of it. Here it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's over here. Hold on. I'm waiting until they show them. Oh, this is when they get saved. Here it is. She goes, when are they going to take us to the disintegration chamber? She goes, this is a disintegration chamber.
Yeah.
I just started laughing when he said that. Like, oh. And she played it so perfect. She's like, oh, okay. Never mind.
It totally looks like Star Wars.
Well, yeah. Well, that Star Wars fever was still going on at this time. I mean, look at Battlestar Galactica. That only came around because of Star Wars.
Yeah. What?
Everybody wanted their own Star Wars. Me and Mike were just talking about how everybody wanted their own Resident Evil. Now at this point in time, everybody wanted their own Star Wars. So this was CBS's attempt.
Yeah, it's so Battlestar Galactica. Oh no, it's Buck Rogers here. It's
yeah,
Buck Rogers.
Whatever. It's still like it's was your 5-minute music video that you enjoyed so much. They killed the show.
Yeah. All right. I can't hold back this longer, dude. Matt,
go ahead.
Marvin, get else you want to
call him, tag in.
Okay. I am so thankful for this episode. This brought back the show to where it needed to go. This episode is all about government corruption. And it's great because you look at both our parties that we have right now, each one screaming, oh, this government was corrupt. This person was corrupt. They're doing this and this and this. We as a people need to, rise up and so forth. This is what it is. And this catered to that so well. You had the people rising up against their government. You had that lady that was so corrupt that she's like, it's only going to be my way. And I don't care just as long as you do what I want you to. And after that last episode, that was complete garbage. It's refreshing to see this get back to something that can be universally accepted and understood no matter kind of where you are. And I really like that about this episode. Now, I will agree with Matt about that 5-minute video completely sucked and was garbage and ruined the show.
No, Matt liked it.
I liked it.
I didn't. I'm the one who said it ruined the show.
You ruined the punchline there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, but yeah, but other than that, you take that out and you actually have a pretty good episode.
Hmm.
So now it does end cheesy, like in the scene where this guy dies, whatever, but they have to try to progress it. I wonder what they could have done after this, though, because they did a lot of political hot topics for those days. So I'm not sure what other direction they could have done back in that day. So maybe it's fine it got canceled after episode 8. But
What did she use for her inspiration for that scene? It looked like something out of like one of those old westerns when, like, her son died.
Yeah.
He died in my arms, my poor little Billy.
Well, she's a good actress.
She is good, and I think she's beautiful. She's why this is like it's like watching a star that just never made it off the ground. It's just she never really had a starring role in anything. It's just I bet you she kept trying and it just never worked.
I'll bet you anything that she may have wanted to, maybe, but at some point I'll bet she decided not to. She had, her name was probably out there enough that she had enough notoriety from this show. She could have gone on. This could be her big break. She probably could have, but I'll bet that she's smarter. Know that that's not really a real life.
If you want to look her up, it's Jonna Lee, actress. There's also a Jonna Lee, a singer named Jonna Lee as well.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you gave us the update a couple episodes ago where she's like running some kind of what does she do now?
She's a sculptor and pretty good. Actually,
Yeah.
really good. Really, really good.
And she does do interviews once in a while. So
Oh, really?
yeah, where she I'm sure talks about this show among the few other things she's done. She's one of those, like, she's like a guest spot in like a lot of bigger shows.
Hmm.
She's always like in one episode or something. But that was Jonna Lee, Gina's character, the Gina character. That was her big episode, Princess Metra. I agree with you, Mike. I think if you took the 5-minute acid trip out of it, this was actually a really good episode. It goes back to being sci-fi and having a good story, and it's makes me think of what I felt like for the whole show is that it's a great premise. It's just I don't think they knew what to do with it.
yeah, well, I think that this episode does good because it radiates an issue that even to this day people think of. So the show is really good about doing something that can still stay relevant today.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so I guess we'll talk about the show as a whole. Yeah, like I said, the show itself is a phenomenal premise. It's been used many, many, many times. Sliders, Quantum Leap are the examples I keep using, but there's many others. The Wizard of Oz. She's trying to go home. It's always the whole thing of somebody in a strange land and they're trying to go home. It's a tale as old as time. The Prodigal Son, if you want to get biblical.
I
And
gotta sing the tale as old as time to the Beauty and the Beast song.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, it's just I think it was a thing where somebody had a really good idea, but that was it. They had a really good idea, and the networks they sold the network on this idea, and then they were like, "It's the car. It's the dog that catches the car. You caught the car. What are you gonna do with it?"
No, I think it was probably ratings. These decisions aren't probably like it's good enough. No, they don't care if it's good enough. They only care if it brings in people, and they
Well,
bought
the
it
thing is,
well enough.
if this show was on a different channel at a different time, it probably would have done better.
Yeah,
It would have
definitely
lasted longer. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about if I'm a network executive and I'm looking at this and I see a 5-minute acid trip music video, I'm canceling this show. I could see already that no one's going to want to watch this. You're dealing with a primetime audience. If I remember correctly from looking at this, I think scheduling wise, I think they moved it around too, which also does not help. So this is a show you put on Friday nights because Friday nights are a night where you're either out on a date or you don't have a date. And who is this show for? The people who don't have a date. It's a sci-fi nerdy show. Sorry, I'm including myself in this. The guys who are home on Friday night because they got no girlfriend to go out with. This is your show. It's got the sci-fi elements. And then if you do get a girlfriend and she wants to watch it, you go watch episode 7 when they do Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, because you can choose what episodes you watch when. No, I think that
Oh yeah, you couldn't do it back then, but like if you were to watch it nowadays, you can basically watch like episodes 1, 5,
2.
1, 2, and 5, I guess, are like the only ones you really need to watch to move the story along. Anything that has Kroll in it, if it doesn't have Kroll, it really doesn't move the story a hell of a lot.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
Yeah, you can skip some at the point. You don't have to watch all of
3,
them.
3 was the Epstein Island one. It's not a bad one. 7 was Beauty and the Beast. Which one was 5, by the way? Because 1 was
5 is Motor Pigs.
oh, I thought okay, yeah, and then 5 is Motor Pigs. 4 is the Rock and Roll Suicide. 6 is the Women Hear Me Roar.
Yep.
2 is the Army one, and 1 is the Police State City.
Okay, putting you on the spot, Mike. What is your favorite one of these 8 episodes?
I would probably have to go with 1.
All right, Matt. Which one of these is your favorite?
it's hard to say. There's a lot of good ones. Like 1. This one's not too bad. Yeah, it's tough.
So okay, I would have to say then probably one of my favorite ones is got to be the Rock and Roll Suicide one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
With the soundtrack and the whole situation, and we had the whole like what would you do dilemma, and I just thought it was just a fun episode. But then 1 sets up the whole premise, and it's the only one that is probably premise wise, sci-fi wise, would probably the strongest one, because after that it just was kind of like, all right, this week, where do you think they should go this week, guys? We have use of that set over at Universal. They're going to wherever that set is. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I don't think they really cared about those kinds of details and quality. And there were like stupid filler moments in all these shows.
Well, yeah, like with episodes 3 and 4, as much as I enjoyed 4, you could take 3 and 4, remove them completely, and not ruin anything. Like they never reference them. The fact in episode 2, he goes to the military camp. Yeah, there were times when Trace was showing that he did have some kind of training, but you didn't need episode 2 to do that.
Yeah.
He's out with his family in a foreign country. Maybe he at some point learned how to fire a weapon. It's like,
So here's my question. What was the worst episode? Matt.
God, that's sad.
Oh, that was obviously Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So 7, 7, 7. So jackpot. That one sucks.
If you were a television producer, not you, if you had a position where you were working for a television network, if you were working for CBS, would you have canceled the show?
No, that's not how it works. They care about how it sells. They don't really care how good it is. That Beauty and the Beast episode, if it brought in people, they'd be like, all right, we want more Beauty and the Beast episodes in the next one.
Yeah. But so for recommending this show to people, would you recommend that somebody watch this?
I would. It inspired me a lot when I was little. I liked it.
Mike?
Yeah, I definitely recommend this show. Just know that you're going to have some difficult hurdles to get through in the series, but overall, I think it's worth it.
And I also do recommend the show as well. It's got its ups and downs, but I think there's probably more ups than there are downs to this. If anybody, if Jonna Lee, if you end up hearing this, I would love to have you on, just to hear your experience, or anybody from the show. But I'm just picking a favorite here. Or anybody who work on behind the scenes, I'd love to talk to them and just learn about what happened.
What I would love to hear what the mood was like when the news was broken that the show was being canceled early.
Did they know well enough ahead of time, or apparently they didn't, because they didn't wrap anything up?
Yeah, they probably didn't even know. when they're working on it.
Was it one of those things where they just showed up the next week to start recording, and then there was like, oh yeah, we're doing the new Bonanza in your studio. Yeah.
So interesting to find out about that. Like what might have been recorded that we never see, and where the story was going at that point, and what the themes were of those episodes that we didn't get to see.
Is there more to this too? Where like I know there's must have been scripts that never got developed. Also like, did they ever get around to like maybe planning like merchandise or something? Because you get a show like this, and like if you do it right, there could be people out there who want to get the Hal and June and Gina and Trace action figures. I always forget about Smith because he doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? Let's see if the guy that created the series, looks like he's not dead. The main guy is Roderick Taylor. You can track him down, send him an email or whatever, and see if you can see if he's interested in talking.
We'll definitely that might be something that we should look into.
Yeah.
We now that we've broken the ceiling of having, or we've broken the glass, or whatever you want to say, about getting a guest on the show. We've had a guest, so we know what that's like.
Yeah.
When we say guest, we don't mean like one of our friends. We mean like somebody we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty wrapped up with this. Mike,
Okay.
you wanted to talk about where we're going
What we're doing next.
with these special episodes?
What we're doing next with these special episodes, yes, the BM show is going in a direction it has never gone before and was never really planning on going before. And this is actually going to be a new experience for Ben. So I know we had talked about doing Firefly next, but that's to be put off till after this, because this one's going to be a 6-parter. And we're going to be talking about basically movies, or kind of movies of a specific genre. So the BM show is now going to move, just for fun for a bit, into the world of Japanese animation. And we are going to pull some older shows. So don't expect the high school spiky blue-haired Pokemon trainer style of movies with this. This is going to be more for older shows and kind of more adult anime, but not like, when we say adult, not like what you're thinking probably. So each week, Ben has no idea what we're going to do, and Matt has no idea what we're going to do. They're going to find out each week. So since we're on that mark, it's time to give you the very first one in the series. You guys ready for this?
Sure.
Hit me.
This is going to be the first one we're doing right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the classic of all classics, one of the coolest characters that has ever been created, and a huge manga character with so many stories. Yes, we are going to be doing Golgo 13, the professional movie. We're going to watch this and we are going to discuss this.
He is an anime character that is so well known and so popular that Chandler had no idea what you were talking about.
Exactly.
But yeah, okay. I'm actually not surprised that you picked Golgo, that I know that you are a Golgo fan. I'm kind of looking forward to it, because I've heard, not just from you, I've heard a lot about Golgo over the years. I just never got to looking into it, like actually checking it out.
Well, the other thing, this is going to be, I believe, the oldest one that we're going to watch, dating back to, I think, about 1982 or 1983 when it came out. So and I figure the character already. Matt and I, we saw it when we were younger. So it seemed like a good one to start with before we start getting into the really big name ones.
Yeah.
Not saying like Golgo 13 is not a really big name, but the ones that everyone's be like, okay, yes, that makes sense why you guys are watching that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what you got to look forward to, folks. Those are, of course, like these episodes, they come on our weeks when we don't have any videos for you. This is our bonus for you. This is like if you were a premium member without having to pay the premium price.
That's how nice we are. Only our VIPs pay the insane prices, but they do get some very special bonuses, like cars that fly.
Cars that fly, and they get to see episodes we haven't even recorded yet. They get to see them before they're made.
Yeah, they actually get to beam their thoughts into our brain. And I'm actually getting one right now that says that Hellboy is an awesome movie.
You know what's funny? This is gonna like play like way after we've recorded it, and people are like, "Welcome to talking about stuff that happened like months ago."
You know, they're just that person's just correcting the error that happened many months ago.
Yep. And with that, Matt, as always on these, you get the last word. What is your last word?
Don't cut me off. I got something to say first.
Okay.
So we were watching Golgo 13, and they had to very carefully not show the nipple. My word?
Yes, I got that too.
Yeah. A nipple. Anime nipple. Animal. That is my word.
Oh, I wish I knew that. Okay. Say it again.
Let's make the second word.